Standing tall with your feet shoulder width, lift your knee up towards your waist and then out to the side before lowering your toe to touch the ground right behind you. Pause and reverse the motion to come back to the starting position, and then repeat on the other side. Open up those hips a little more with each rep. Remember, it's just the toe tap as you bring your foot down behind you. Keep your core tight as you lift and lower your knee. If you need, you can keep a slight bend in that standing leg to help with balance. If you really want to challenge your balance, try lifting your hands overhead. Lift your knee, don't swing your knee. That was great. Looking for really quick feet, hop swaps. In an athletic stance, weight in the balls of your feet, hop up and keeping your chest and shoulders square, twist at the waist to quickly shift your stance to one side. As you land, quickly hop again to reset to center before repeating on the other side. Twist your hips out and back as quickly as you can. Use your arms here to help with balance and to keep your shoulders square. Your hips and legs are moving, but keep your chest and shoulders square. Keep light on those feet. There's a slight bend in the knees, but it shouldn't feel like a squat. Nothing sexier to me than hard work. Let's make it happen with typewriter push-ups. From a push-up position, bend your elbows to lower your chest a few inches from the ground. Now stay in this lowered posture, shifting side to side, transferring your weight to each hand. Try and lower to the same depth on both sides. There's a slight bounce on this exercise, but keep it controlled. Keep a steady breath. Great improvement. All right, side to side base pogo. In a shallow squat, set your feet hips distance apart, arms bent in front of you. Hop side to side, 2 inches in each direction, keeping your weight on the balls of your feet. Keep those hips shifted back as you move from side to side. You should feel this working your hips, knees, and ankles, and of course, challenging your coordination. Keep your feet about hips distance apart throughout the jumps. Don't let them come together. Can you stay as low as you started? Stay on your toes. Keep your weight from shifting into your heels. Amazing! Bent over Y raises. Standing with your feet shoulder width, hinge at the hips and lower your chest. Now with your palms facing each other, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your arms overhead, hands wider than your shoulders. Squeeze at the top and then lower your arms. Let this move begin with the shoulder blades, not the arms. Let's keep those thumbs up if you can. Do not use momentum to lift your arms. Stay in control as your hands come forward. Keep a soft bend in your knees to ease your low back. Set your gaze a few feet forward so that your neck stays neutral and in line with your back. A flat back is your best friend in this move. Exhale as you raise your hands overhead. That was incredible! One-legged burpees, left. Stand on one leg and then set your hands to kick your foot back into a one-legged plank. From there, hop your foot forward to stand back on one leg. Add a jump to up the challenge. Keep the motion fluid. Stay on the balls of your feet. Stand up tall with each rep, but don't cut the motion short. Try to keep your hips level, pointed down towards the ground. It's easy to lose balance, so keep your core tight to stay in control. Your abs will really help in keeping that lifted leg up high. Hey, good improvement. One-legged burpees, right. Stand on one leg and then set your hands to kick your foot back into a one-legged plank. From there, hop your foot forward to stand back on one leg. Add a jump to up the challenge. Stay on the balls of your feet. Stand up tall with each rep, but don't cut the motion short. It's easy to lose balance, so keep your core tight to stay in control. Your abs will really help in keeping that lifted leg up high. Keep the motion fluid. Try to keep your hips level, pointed down towards the ground. That was great. Check this out, lateral plank walk. In a plank position, move one hand across the other as you step your outside foot in the same direction, and then shift your other hand to return yourself to plank. Now lift and cross that same hand to return to your original plank position, repeating the motion for reps. Always return to that strong plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep your shoulders engaged as you move that plank to each side. There's a bit of coordination with this exercise, but you'll have it down with some practice. The goal here is to keep maximum tension throughout your core. Keep a nice steady pace and try to match the movement of your arms with your feet. Your hands should be moving together as your feet step apart. I'm impressed. Plank jacks. Start in a strong plank position with your feet a bit closer than usual. Keeping a flat back, hop your feet wide and then back together, repeating for the duration of the exercise. Rotate your biceps forward to engage your shoulders. Don't let your upper back round. Keep a strong squeeze between the shoulder blades. You can make this move a little easier by removing the jump and instead just stepping your feet out to the sides and then back to center. Keep that belly button pulled up towards the spine to stabilize the core. Now, if this one's too tough on your wrists, try dropping down into a forearm plank. Stay up on your toes. Pull your belly button to the spine for transverse core engagement. If you feel any discomfort in your back, you can slightly raise your hips in a small pike. Just make sure you hold your belly in tight. Bring the heart rate down and walk it off. Let's strengthen your back and glutes with floor bridges. On your back with your knees bent tightly, flex your abs and press your heels to lift your hips skyward. Pause and then lower yourself back down. Press the backs of your shoulders and upper back firmly into the ground. Really concentrate on pressing through the heels. You can spread your arms out wide to help with your balance. Don't let your knees flare out. Knees should stay tracking over your first and second toe. Tighten your abs throughout this motion to keep from overarching your back. Relax your head and your neck. Golden. It's time for hip hop mountain climbers. In a push-up position, keep your feet together as you hop them towards your hands and then back out to one side at a diagonal before hopping towards your hands again and repeating on the other side. Stay light on your feet and keep your legs moving quickly. Keep the weight through the middle of your hands and balanced between each arm. You want to pivot with this move instead of rotating, so keep your hips pointed towards the ground. Engage your abs to help move your feet. Find a steady rhythm. Right on! A strength training classic, push-ups. From a strong push-up position, keep your core and glutes tight and then bend at the elbows to lower yourself towards the floor. Pause at the bottom and then push the floor away to lift yourself back up. Create a straight line from the back of your head all the way down to the heels. Try and take a brief pause at the top. Breathe in through your nose as you lower down, then forcefully out through your mouth on your way back up. Feel it in your chest, shoulders, triceps, core, and glutes. Flex your abs and those glutes. You're awesome! Hop into the top, mountain climber hops. Get into a strong push-up position with your hands and feet at shoulder width. Now keeping your hips down, hop your feet forward to a bent knee position. So now your knees are under your hips. And then hop your feet back to plank. Keep hopping till I tell you to stop. Now, if you really want a challenge, you can drop your upper body into a push-up position, hovering your body right above the ground as you continue to hop your knees in and out for that mountain climber. This is a traditional cardio exercise, but it's also going to smoke your shoulders and your core. Maintain that stick straight back. Don't let your hips sag or pike up. Keep that good spinal alignment the whole way. This is a fun one. Let me see you smiling through all that sweat. You really pushed yourself to the max on that one. Prone Y hold. On your stomach with your arms overhead and your hands slightly wider than your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades together and lift your arms off the ground and hold that position. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades. A tight core helps to build a strong base for maintaining your arm lift. Keep breathing throughout the hold. It's a simple movement, but you should really feel this with a big squeeze at the top. Great job. Now catch your breath. This one takes some real practice. Forearm plank push-ups. From an elbow plank, lift yourself up into a push-up one hand at a time, replacing your elbows with your palms on the floor. Lower back to an elbow plank one arm at a time, repeating the motion for reps. Keep your hips nice and level. Try to keep your forearms parallel when you're in plank. Minimizing your hip movement will make this move easier. Flex your abs and glutes. Once you get comfortable, you can increase the tempo. Remember to swap the starting arm with each rep. You want your elbows under your shoulders, so don't let them flare out wide when you're planked. Looking strong. Get 'em chopping, fast feet on hands. Start on all fours with a flat back. Shift your weight up into your hands and keeping your knees directly under your hips. Begin fast butt kicks, driving your toes and lifting your heels up towards your glutes. This is a full body exercise. You are working your arms, your core, and your legs. I'm looking for wrists under elbows and elbows under shoulders here. Can you tap your toes faster as you get moving? Keep your fingers spread wide to help disperse your weight. I love this move for working up a quick sweat. Keep your back as flat and still as possible. It goes without saying, but move your feet as fast as you can. Keep breathing. Feel like you're getting stronger? Prone W hold. On your stomach with your arms extended overhead, slide your hands down so that your elbows are just below your shoulders, creating a W shape. Then rotate your hands so that your thumbs are now turned up towards the sky. Now pull your shoulder blades together and lift your arms off the ground. See if you can lift both elbows to the exact same height. This simple isometric hold is tough, but know that you're building awesome strength in your back and your shoulders. I'm impressed. Low jacks. From your usual jumping jack position, get into a semi-squat and stay there as you jump to shift your legs wide and arms overhead, before jumping again and returning to your starting position. Stay light on the balls of your feet and keep them moving. Keep your core engaged and flex those abs. Squat with your legs, not your lower back. Keep that chest up. As you get lower into your squat, be sure that your knees aren't going past your toes. Sit your hips back. Feel free to clap your hands at the top. Try and squat lower as you find your rhythm. Your thighs are gonna be burning, and that is a good thing. Can you drop it down another inch? That was incredible. One-legged push-ups. From a push-up position, tighten your core and lift one foot a few inches off the ground, keeping it there as you lower and lift your chest. A strong core will help you keep that leg lifted, so flex those abs. This move gets harder the more you widen your feet. You can switch your feet halfway through. Think about pulling the floor towards you as you lower down to the ground. That was incredible! Floor crawl. In a low push-up position, stay low and step forward with one foot, bringing your knee to your elbow as you walk the opposite hand forward. Now repeat with the other hand and foot before running the motion in reverse. Your knees should be just inches from the floor. It really is a natural motion. Just stay low to the ground and don't overthink it. You're going to feel this in your back, core, arms, chest, and legs, and probably everywhere else. Stay low and keep your shins parallel to the ground. Remember the star crawl? This is the lower altitude version. Roll through your toes with each step. And remember to breathe. You need to keep those lungs moving. Well done. Reset. Rise and shine. It's good mornings. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and your hands behind your head. Now hinge forward at your hips to lower your chest towards the ground. Pause, then lift back to standing. Don't try to force the motion. Your body will tell you when you've gone far enough. The key to this exercise is getting a proper hip hinge. Resist the temptation to arch your back. Keep it nice and flat. Keep your legs as straight as you can without locking out the knees. You want to bend from your hips. Flexing your abs will help you to keep from overarching your back and keep your body safe. Think about keeping your neck and spine long. Rise and shine. You pushed it on that one. Seal jacks. Stand tall with your feet together, arms at shoulder height extended out in front of your body, palms touching. Now staying light on your feet, jump your legs apart while opening your arms wide. Jump again to reset arms and legs, returning to the starting position and repeating for reps. You've been doing variations of this classic for years. Such a great foundational move. Keep your weight in the balls of your feet. It's a great way to get you warmed up, but it's also an active stretch for your chest, shoulders, and hips. Zip up that stomach and keep your head and chest lifted. Just like a traditional jumping jack, but keep your arms level with your shoulders. Stay light on your toes. Well